Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of interesting bodybuilding updates. You notice I didn't say very interesting or very interesting because these are just interesting and that's it. But please stay and watch the video, you're still gonna enjoy it. They could be boring up. In today's video we got a couple of boring bodybuilding updates. That should be Nick Street and Powers intro, right? Just kidding, take it easy. Alright, so the first thing we got for today is gonna be an update from Fabian Mayr's Classy FM, who just retired from competitive bodybuilding, and he made this post in which he talks about it. He speaks in German, but here is a translation of what he says basically. So he says, "One chapter ends, not out of coercion, but out of clarity. Bodybuilding has shaped me most of my life. It was more than just sport. It was my first great passion, purpose, and identity. Yet my life has changed, and I'm consciously taking this next step out of gratitude for what was and with responsibility for what fulfills me today and is more important to me than anything else in this world. Responsibility as a father, as a husband, as an entrepreneur. There is nothing left for me to win in competitive bodybuilding. If I continue, all I can do is lose. The chapter in competitive bodybuilding is closed, not because it's over, but because it's complete." All right. Now, I can say I absolutely understand him because I'm at the same point in my life. I retired from competing. I don't know if you can say retired if you're never a pro. I can just say I found another hobby, but I didn't. I'm still doing bodybuilding. I'm just not competing. The thing is, I was paid by my country. I had a national sponsorship. So I guess I can say I retired, but in my case, competing furthermore could just hinder me. My business, my relationships, my health and everything. And I got to a point where I saw I can't really move further. Sure, I could have pushed a little bit further and won a pro card, but other than that, beyond that, to be a good pro, I don't have the genetics for that. You know, winning a pro card is still a great achievement. If I did a couple of more shows when I competed last, maybe I could have won that pro card and, wrapped up my career with that pro card, but that's really it. So at this point, to do another prep, another full year of blasting gear and everything just to get a pro card, it's not worth it for me. Now in his case, this guy actually placed fourth at the Mr. Olympia, I think in 2020, something like that, like 5-ish years ago, something like that. And he did a Mr. Olympia this year, and he looked great. He took 11th spot, and that was his comeback. After like 5 years of not showing up at the Mr. Olympia, the judges still noticed him. They still noticed him, gave him that 11th spot. He competed as an open bodybuilder at Portugal Pro as well because he couldn't make the weight. That's how big this guy is. That's how crazy he looks. And he could have been a good open bodybuilder as well if he was willing to push to that next level. He had great genetics. Take a look at his physique. It's phenomenal. If he continued pushing for another year or 2 or 3, I could definitely see this guy in the top spot at a Mr. Olympia, in the top 3 potentially, top 5 for sure. So I don't know why he's saying he can't gain anything more from bodybuilding. He can't do more. He definitely can. He could have maybe even won the Mr. Olympia in Classic. That's not impossible. He had a phenomenal physique. Great shape, really good aesthetics, and he just started basically, recently, again. So 11th spot at the Mr. Olympia means he definitely could have continued improving and placing higher, so no, what he's saying is not true. I have to disagree with that. Now, if he just wants to say, I don't want to risk it anymore, I don't want to risk my health, I want to just enjoy life and not do bodybuilding anymore, that's fine. But saying he can't progress and get more out of bodybuilding, I have to disagree with that. That's just not true. Now, I also heard some rumors, stories that he had some health issues before, not related to bodybuilding, some other health issues, so I'm not sure how they are affecting him. Maybe there's that as well. He didn't talk about that. He just said he's retiring because he doesn't think he can gain anything more from bodybuilding, which again, I disagree with, but hey, that's his decision. He's done. And sometimes these retirement announcements and stories end up with a comeback a couple of years later or like next year. So I don't really buy into them too much. He might get an itch next year and just come back and compete. So this could be all just pointless. Maybe he just wants attention. I don't know. We'll see. So many bodybuilders just stopped competing and never announced retirement. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Unless you're popular as Chris Bumstead, you know. So, of course, he's going to announce retirement. But, like, somebody who is, 11th in the Mr. Olympia, I don't think this is really needed. But he has a lot of fans as well. Again, we'll see. Just saying he's retired doesn't mean he won't come back and compete next year or in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So you guys tell me down below whatever you think about this. If you disagree with me, feel free to let me know down below in the comment section. Alright, the next thing we got is something also very, very interesting, and this was posted on the Beyond the Stage TV Instagram page, the best Instagram page for bodybuilding updates by far. Before we had Bodybuilders Without Borders, Bison Try, Sully Yose, who is the best bodybuilder, Fernando Arroyo. I love all those pages. I love them, but this guy, Suki from the Beyond the Stage TV, is killing it, man. I don't know, he took this to the next level. It's crazy what he's doing. I don't know how he even manages to find so many updates. So he found this one, and this is actually, I think this is from Keone's YouTube channel, in which Keone talks about Mike Sommerfeld. And I found his statement very interesting. There are a couple of interesting parts. We're gonna go over it in a second. I'll play it in a moment. But I also gotta say, Keone is another bodybuilder that blocked me. However, I know he's watching because he actually shared a story of watching my videos while eating a meal. But he blocked me. So I'm definitely getting mixed signals from Keone. Keone, if you're watching this, please unblock me, man. As far as Samson Dauda, he's the other guy who blocked me recently. I don't think I can come back from that. I don't think Samson enjoys my videos. And also, Nick Strength and Power is the next guy who blocked me. That's 3 guys, as far as I know, who have blocked me so far, as far as the big name guys. But that's it. Hopefully no more. There will be more. I'm pretty sure about that. Anyways, let's take a look at what Keone has to say about Mike Sommerfeld.
Arnold Classic champ. And I don't say that to just blow smoke up people's asses. I blow up because I believe in Mike.
He doesn't say that to blow up smoke up his ass. He blows the smoke up his ass because he believes in Mike, okay?
Always been a huge fan of his physique. When I saw him in Classic, when he first came on the scene and when he returns to pro, I said he's going to be great. He's going to shock the world. I don't need to say that, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to talk my shit. Because I believe in him, I know he believes in himself, so.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Keone said it. He said it, actually. He said that Mike is going to shock the world and win the Arnold Classic. What a hot take. I mean, what the hell are we talking about here? Of course Mike is going to win. This is not a hot take. This is not a crazy statement. This is just what we all expect. I mean, if he won the Mr. Olympia against Chris Bumstead, that would have been something special because he definitely could have done that. He actually won 2 poses against C-Bum that year, and then he won the Arnold Classic easily. He destroyed everyone. But then, as you guys know, he had an issue with weight cap, and at the Mr. Olympia, he couldn't beat Ramon Dino, so he kind of failed in that regard. But as far as the Arnold Classic against Menegate and Sam Sulek and Wesley Wissers, come on, it's gonna be an easy show for Mike to win. If he doesn't win this one, that's gonna send us a message that he's no good. I mean, if you need to say I believe in him, he's going to shock the world by what? Winning the Arnold Classic. I mean, if he meant he's going to shock the world by displaying a crazy physique, that's not happening, really. I mean, he can't shock the world and present something special if now he has to weigh less than what he needs to weigh to be at his best, which was the 2024 Mr. Olympia, the 2025 Arnold Classic. So we are not going to see that. We're going to see a weaker version of Mike that's still going to win the Arnold Classic easily, and that's just it. You tell me down below whatever you think about Keone's statement, his hot take on Mike Sommerfeld. Alright, and the last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is Nick Walker and his current, let's say, physique update. But I started thinking about Nick when I saw this training footage of his. This and the other one, I'm going to show it to you in a second. But he posted this video of doing the hack squats. And recently, as you guys probably know, I started posting more of my training on my Instagram. And I got into some discussions with people about my training. Chris Cormier saying that I'm doing my reps too slow. Eric Janicki saying that I'm doing them right. And the other guys chiming in and so on. And I'm focused more on training lately. So I'm looking at Nick Walker and the way he's doing his reps, and they are extremely slow. Nicky is definitely known for this type of training lately. I mean, look at this video, for example, right here. This is just looking crazy how slow and how focused, how intentional he is with each moment of this movement. He has perfect control at all times. He's really controlling that weight, and I'm sure the burn in those quads is just insane. Personally, I do these exercises for the legs with more momentum, with more power, because honestly, because I don't want to torture myself. Because my legs are my strongest body part and I don't want to spend my CNS recovery too much on them. That's why I don't do free squats, even though I believe free squats are, or not free squats, but at least Smith squats are necessary for the optimal leg development. I don't do them because they're definitely tiring my CNS too much, but in Nick's case, he's focused on machines. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's doing what he knows is working, but this is what his legs look like right now. Do you guys think his legs progressed? Do you guys think he can actually even progress at this point in his career with his legs? I mean, honestly, from what I'm seeing, they're not really changing too much. You know, they're probably growing, but the shape will never change. And I mean, with his ability to grow, I would kind of expect his legs to just blow up and look completely insane, but I think it's just insertions. You know, they're probably growing, but with his super low insertions of the, especially the outer sweep of that vastus lateralis, you know, it's pretty much impossible for him to have like Sean Roden type of quads. That's most likely not happening. But do I think he's making some progress? For sure. Do I think he's going to have huge and great legs for this Arnold Classic? Probably not, to be honest. But in the meantime, he actually posted a new physique update, the most recent one. And here is what his legs look like in a pose, actually, when he's not hiding the upper portion with his t-shirt. This is what his legs look like. And man, I don't know. Honestly, they look pretty good. They don't look small. And the thing is, yeah, his upper body looks bigger, but keep in mind that his upper body is just... Keep in mind that his upper body is just absolutely insanely massive. If it was average or a little bit over the average size of a top-level pro, his legs would look bigger. It's just the fact that he has the biggest upper body on that Mr. Olympia stage, and I guess that's a big part of the reason why his legs don't look super massive, but are they small in comparison here, proportionally speaking? No, they're massive. And just overall, as far as Nick Walker right now, man, he is huge. And for 7 weeks out, this is very good conditioning. But I don't think he lost that conditioning since the Mr. Olympia. He stayed in really good shape the entire time. So that tells me two things. One, he's definitely going to be in shape, unless he does something stupid and crazy with a peak week and messes it up completely. And the other thing is that he probably never went off, that he probably continued blasting since the Mr. Olympia until now, which kind of makes me a little bit worried about him. But as far as what kind of look he's going to bring to the Arnold Classic, it's gonna be a good look. And based on the current situation, political situation in the world and the situation between Iran and USA, it seems like Hadi is probably not gonna get to the Arnold Classic. So most likely it's gonna be between Nick Walker and Andrew Jack. Nick beat Andrew before, but Andrew leveled up. However, Nick was definitely way off at Mr. Olympia, so let's be real, anything is possible. I think Nick can still win the Arnold Classic, it's not out of the question. If I had to choose one guy, would I go with Nick or with Andrew? Personally, at this point, I do prefer Andrew's physique. I would love to see Nick win it, but as far as the physique, it's Andrew all day, for me, personally. But whatever you guys think, tell me down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. See you soon, guys. All the best, and bye-bye.